Welcome and thank you for watching the Rural Gorge Anglers video report. Fishing continues to be off the hook, or on the hook rather. Fish are feeding ferociously on PMDs, starting into red quills, yellow sallies, still a few stoneflies kicking around, caddis, etc. So fishing is tremendous on the Arkansas. Right now we have bumped flow up to 410 at Wellsville. So good flow for walk wading as well as floating now. So we've actually increased flow to 400, and that provides a good solid base for whatever your purposes are on the Arkansas, whether it be float or walk wade. So as far as the fire goes, in Colorado Springs, we have received no smoke from the fire. The Arkansas is still accessible, all 100 miles of it, through US 50 through Canyon City. So you need to be aware that going Highway 24 is not open. So Highway 24 through Colorado Springs up that way is not going to be a route you want to take. Rather through US 50 or US 115 south to Penrose, and then back up to US 50 through Canyon City. And like I said again, no smoke on the river. It's been beautiful over here. Nice balmy weather. We look to be in the mid-80s temperature-wise for the foreseeable future. Some cloud cover in the next few days, which will facilitate some great hatch weather. The river is right where it should be, fishing really well. Obviously, we didn't receive any runoff this year, which is just, allowing the fish to get fat and happy. Every year we have a low river year, we have a tremendous growth in our fish, and so we are seeing, fish, both numbers being high as well as size ranges being higher already, and we should continue to see that growth throughout the summer season here on the Arkansas. As far as the fishing is concerned, as far as rigging techniques, we're still fishing a lot of dry fly stuff, even double dry rigs in the mornings and the evenings. Scattering in some hopper dropper fishing as well as some nymph fishing. It is my belief that you really, if you want to fish dries, you need to get here early, or you need to plan on staying from 5 to dark, because that is the prime time. Otherwise, productivity is still very high. Nymph fishing or hopper dropper fishing, if the air temperature is high and the water temperature is high and it's bright out, you definitely need to go to a double nymph rig and get down. That's just the name of the game. Fish are going to be hugging the bottom, but they'll still be feeding actively. So otherwise, go with a hopper dropper or attractors, or fishing well right against the bank, in structure in the middle of the river. So fish are really all over the river right now. And but like I said, really to focus on the dry fly fishing early and late. A few patterns that I recommend right now and for the next few weeks. I like, as far as the fishing goes, in the morning to fish big attractors, tied against the grass as well as in the structure in the middle of the river, like I said. But one of my favorites is a size 14 hippie stomper. It's got the red bottom and just a great attractor fly. You can fish that by itself, or you could even drop something underneath it. But the hippie stomper is one of the better patterns on this river currently. The Amy's Ant. Amy's Ant is one of the more productive patterns as well, and has been for the last month. I like to fish the Amy's Ant in a size 12 to 14, and that's going to be by itself mostly. It's not a great lead fly on a hopper dropper rig. Another great fly to fish early and late is the Never Sink Trude. I've always been a big fan of the Trudes. This is an Idlewild pattern, the Never Sink Trude. Very, very visible in low light situations, and just a great attractor fly. As far as a great fly to fish by itself or as the lead fly in a hopper dropper rig is the Jaeger's Tantrum, another Idlewild pattern, but just got a lot of hair on it, very visible with the poly wing, and red. Red being a key color right now, and again, that's early. You usually see red turn on later in the year, but right now a great fly to fish throughout the day, as well as a hopper or a tractor lead fly on a hopper dropper rig. As far as dropping flies off, what I recommend is dropper flies rather, or a dropper fly under a hopper dropper or for a hopper dropper rig, or to go underneath a big stone fly when you're deep nymphing. My number one fly right now is the Quasimodo pheasant tail. It's just got that curved shank hook, scud hook, but just the standard flashback pheasant tail. We tie it in tungsten here so it gets down. Another great fly to consider for a hopper dropper rig or underneath a stone fly is the hot wire prints in a chartreuse. Still a lot of caddis larvae in the river, so that's why we look at that pattern. And then probably the key fly right now for this fishery is the Splat PMD tied by Shea Gunkel. This PMD nymph is fishing just crazy right now, and this is in a size 18, 16 will work as well. Then as far as some other patterns that I suggest, streamers are still fishing well. The Slump Buster in a natural, make sure you tie it heavy. The vanilla conehead booger, anything vanilla or in a natural color is going to be great, and we're just throwing that tight to the bank and letting it swing. My number one stonefly pattern is going to be actually a Yellow Sally pattern, the Iron Sally, an Idlewild pattern, just a great little Yellow Sally to go in front of any of those droppers when you want to go deep. So that's kind of an outlook on what the fishing is going to be like. Again, the Arkansas is beautiful right now, a little bit of bump in water as well as no smoke. If you're coming to Colorado and want to fish in an area where there are no fires, this is it. If you have any questions on access right now or any other questions we can answer, we'd love to hear from you. 719-269-3474, or please contact us directly via email at info@royalgorgeanglers.com, and have an excellent day on the water if you're headed down here. We'd love to see you at our new fly shop as well. If you need directions, please give us a call, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.